Hey guys, appreciate you being here. Exciting time for us. You get to practice 9, you get the opportunity to get one of your first 3 scrimmages in this type of heat in a real, very realistic environment. Even with fans, we appreciate Eagle Nation being out. Got a little performance anxiety out with 43 newcomers and got to play real live football. We went in today trying to make it as realistic as we can. Had our Sun Belt referees here, made the quarterback live today on the first 36 snaps of the scrimmage, and really shined. I thought the quarterbacks played at an extremely high level. I commended them at the end of the practice, especially the first 3. I thought played with courage, and really each one of them produced to move the ball down the field. I know everybody wants to know who the quarterback is, but it's going to go another scrimmage to allow me to see what I really appreciated about them. I've always felt that competition raises everybody's level, and competition has raised that room up. I appreciate the job Coach App and the offense is doing with that group. With that, I'll take your questions.
When you take a look at the quarterbacks, I mean, you just touched on it. How important is it to see all 3 quarterbacks, and even those that may not be in that group of 3, breathe the excellence that each other is and build each other up each moment?
Yeah, we had a hard decision, Whitney, today, about whether to make them live or not live, and really felt that we needed to see them live and see reality and see them create. And you saw all 3 of them create. That stood out to me, was just their toughness in the pocket to be able to pull the trigger when needed. You look at it, and I thought all 3 kids did a tremendous job in the passing game today. They protected the football, and then they created with their feet. Each one of them did in a special moment. A big run by David, early on. The other thing that stood out to me that I think that's going to have to be a part of this season is the balance. You saw the running game really get going. I think there was 180 yards worth of rushing out there today, and that balance really helped the offense. So proud of the quarterbacks, but as much as anything, just as much proud of the runners and the run game.
David led the team down to a couple of scores. You mentioned using his feet. That's not something that we've really seen much in the last couple of years. It seems like that's something that all 3 of these guys can do. It adds a little extra dimension to your offense.
Yeah, you saw it today, Josh. We're able to do a little bit of quarterback-driven run game, but also each one of them moved the chains with their legs in those opening drives, and I think that's going to be really important to this offense. This is a new, really a new phase for us. In year 1, it was Kyle. You really didn't have a lot of depth to provide him, even though he could run. You really didn't want to put him in those situations unless it was a very critical situation, like a Nebraska game at the end of the game. But with these kids, not only who they are as athletes, but having depth also, 3 kids that can walk out there anytime and do the job, you feel a lot more confident as a play caller and as a head coach to allow them to do that.
Ryan Applin is not Ryan Ellis, even though that they've been in the offense together. What does Ryan do maybe a little different? What do you see that he likes to do that maybe Ryan didn't do? Maybe it has to do with the personnel at quarterback.
Well, both of them are elite in my mind. And I'm so happy with what we did at the beginning. I think of 2 years back and how important hiring Brian Ellis is with Ryan Applin, a guy that could bring ideas, but we could dang train and transition just absolutely easily when Brian got his opportunity. And you see that smooth transition, I think, in our offense. What Ryan is doing right now, which I really like, he's identified that we have young quarterbacks, quarterbacks that are really growing very fast, but we are also going to support them with run game and some other things that we do in the pass game. And he's not getting overly, drop back pass heavy. He's doing the things that I think our kids do really well, and, being able to lean on a balance of the run game, which is the best friend of a quarterback. So proud of his discipline in that play calling today.
You praised the defense all preseason. Today you challenged them and said they did not show up the way you wanted them to. So what did you like from them today, and what did you specifically not like?
Yeah, for really 8 practices, I thought they brought a swagger and an energy that was extremely high and have really led the way with our football team, not only through the spring but through those 8 practices. And it was really neat to see the Allen offense get challenged by Coach Applin. Quarterbacks, get the thrill of, hey, you're live. And them, look at me and go, heck yeah, Coach, this is awesome. Excited about it. And to see each one of those kids, right, rise up to the occasion was awesome. Now, anytime that you're going against your own team, there's going to be one good side that you want the other side to do better. And it's a great learning lesson for our team that no matter what the conditions, whether it's 120 on that field, it could be that way August 31st. Our energy and our attitude and our effort can never change. Didn't mean they didn't make plays today and guys didn't make plays, but they feed off each other. This is an older group that brings a certain swagger about them, and they've done better in the first 8 practices than they did today.
Obviously, a chance after this to also host a kids clinic over at the tip.
Yes.
As you say, the best gift you can give people is your time. How important is it to be able to interact with the community, and especially that age?
Well, I'm so proud of these. These guys are not only going through camp, but you saw yesterday they were helping freshmen move into their dorms. Now they're going over to give their time to the next generation of players, and that's what we all want to do, is inspire others to continue this great game that we love. So I'm so proud of who they are. They're great players, but they're even better people, and I'm proud of how they represent this university.
Where do you find the most room for improvement between now and week 1?
For me, probably the kicking game. I challenged our specialist today. I thought Alex Smith had a really good day and did his job, but our place kickers who have had a good camp probably needed a little performance anxiety to have fans in the stands and have that rush coming right on top of them, and they need to grow because that's a huge part of the game. We've had 2 dynamic kickers in Michael Lance and Alex Rayner the past 2 years, and that's been a huge part of us. Those guys have had 20 plus kick opportunities because of the nature of this offense, field goal wise, and it being able to move the ball and give those guys the opportunity. I've seen them do better. Today was not their best day. They need to be consistent and they need to put points on the board.